Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Deacon and Finn get a tip on Sheila's location, but they may be too late. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi vents about Deacon to Ridge, and Brooke lends her support to Luna. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At the Cliff House, Finn thinks about Deacon telling him about sugar. Steffi offers a distracted Finn breakfast, but he says he'll grab something later. She asks what's going on with him. Is it a work thing? Finn says right now he has more questions than answers, but he'll let her know when he figures it out. She says he's so caring towards his patients, and she loves him. He loves her too and knows he's put her through a lot lately. Steffi heads to the office and says she'll see him tonight. Finn then gets a text from Deacon telling him to come to his place right away and it's urgent. At the office, Carter and Ridge catch up and discuss business. Ridge thinks Hope for the future is in good shape, and RJ and Zenda make a good team. Carter stays silent. Ridge wants to make sure RJ and Zend keep working with one another as it's good for the line. Carter says, yeah, Ridge knows they'll lock horns, but at the end of the day they'll work it out. Steffi arrives and Carter takes off. Ridge relays to her that Thomas and Douglas are good, but he wants to know how she's doing and if Deacon is still telling his stories. Steffi says he is, and Ridge says this is messed up even for Deacon. Steffi worries if Deacon keeps pressing Finn, that it will make it more difficult for Finn to make peace with Sheila's death. Steffi vows not to let Deacon resurrect Sheila in Finn's mind. In the design office, Brooke visits Luna to see if she's okay and embraces her. Luna realizes Brooke knows everything. They sit down and discuss the whole situation, and Brooke explains she is here to make sure she's okay and to let her know this is a safe place to talk. Brooke admits she was taken advantage of a long time ago. Luna says that's awful, but Zend didn't take advantage of her. Brooke doesn't think he would, but he knew she was in a relationship with her son and still thought he could just sleep with her. Luna asks when she found out about it all. Brooke says the other day, and Archie doesn't want her to tell anyone as he's protective of her. She knows this is a difficult situation, but RJ does love her very much. Luna knows she should have told RJ sooner, but she didn't want things to go sour between him and Zende. She details taking her mom's mints and lying down, and that's the last thing she remembers. It was supposed to be a beautiful evening, and it turned into a nightmare. Luna cries she is so thankful to all of them for their support and this internship, and the last thing she wants is to cause them trouble or pain for RJ. It breaks her heart what happened with Zend. Brooke thinks RJ is trying to be understanding. Luna knows, but it's also killing him. Brooke says this isn't fair to her either. Brooke tells her this isn't her fault and she'll always be here for her. Finn arrives at Deacon's place and admits Deacon has him thinking. Deacon says he's right and time is running out for Sheila, so they need to find her now. Deacon says Sheila's credit card password is on her tablet, so he thinks if they go through Sheila's credit card history it may lead them to her. They go over her history and find a mysterious charge at a convenience store in a rough neighborhood. They quickly head out. Finn and Deacon arrive in an alley behind at the convenience store and ask an employee on break about Sheila. They show her a photo, but she claims she never saw her. The employee goes back to work, and a homeless man asks to see the photo as he sees everyone who comes in and out of this place. The man offers to look at Deacon's photo in exchange for some money. Deacon gives him some money and then shows him a photo of Sheila. The man says he recognizes her, and Finn and Deacon ask what he can tell them. The man says he saw her walk into the building over there and points to it. He said that suddenly there was screaming, and it eventually stopped. He didn't go looking for what happened, as it's rough on the streets and you learn to mind your own business. Finn and Deacon wonder if Sheila could be inside still. Inside the building are mattresses and a whole host of other junk spread around. It's clearly been abandoned. The camera pans to a body under some blankets and a shot of a hand. In the dimly lit office of Finn and Deacon, the air hung heavy with the smell of stale coffee and the anticipation of another case. The two private investigators sat opposite each other, the glow of their computer screens casting eerie shadows on the worn wooden desk between them. Deacon, with his rugged features and piercing eyes, drummed his fingers impatiently, while Finn, the more composed of the two, scanned through a stack of papers with a furrowed brow. "Any luck yet?" Deacon's voice broke the silence, his impatience seeping through. Finn shook his head, his fingers tracing over the details of their latest case file. "Not yet, but I've got a feeling we're close." The case of Sheila Montgomery had been consuming them for weeks. The wealthy socialite had vanished without a trace, leaving behind a tangled web of secrets and lies. Rumors swirled about her involvement in a high-stakes gambling ring, and whispers of foul play lurked in the shadows. But despite their best efforts, Finn and Deacon had hit dead end after dead end. Just as frustration threatened to overwhelm them, a soft chime echoed through the office, signaling an incoming email. Finn's eyes widened as he scanned the message, his heartbeat quickening with excitement. "We've got a tip," he announced, his voice tinged with urgency. "Someone claims to have seen Sheila at an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town." Deacon's lips curled into a predatory grin. "Then what are we waiting for? Let's go pay our dear Sheila a visit." With a sense of purpose driving them forward, Finn and Deacon wasted no time in gathering their gear. The night air was thick with anticipation as they navigated the labyrinthine streets of the city, their headlights cutting through the darkness like a pair of searching eyes. As they neared the warehouse, a sense of foreboding settled over them like a heavy shroud. The building loomed before them, its windows boarded up and its walls marred with graffiti. It was a place forgotten by time, a sanctuary for the forgotten and the forsaken. But Finn and Deacon were undeterred. With silent determination, they slipped through a gap in the chain-link fence surrounding the warehouse, their senses on high alert. Every creak of the floorboards and every whisper of the wind sent shivers down their spines, but they pressed on, their footsteps echoing through the cavernous space. Then, just as they were about to lose hope, they saw her. Sheila Montgomery, her once elegant facade now worn and haggard, huddled in the corner of the warehouse like a wounded animal. Relief flooded Finn's chest as he rushed to her side, his hands gentle as he reached out to comfort her. "Sheila, it's okay," he murmured, his voice soothing. "We're here to help you." But Sheila's eyes were filled with fear, her words tumbling out in a desperate rush. "You don't understand. They're coming for me. They know I talked." Before Finn could respond, a sound echoed through the warehouse, a chilling symphony of footsteps and whispered threats. Deacon's hand tightened around his gun as he positioned himself between Sheila and the approaching danger, his eyes blazing with determination. "We're not leaving you behind," he growled, his voice a low rumble in the darkness. And then they were upon them, a group of shadowy figures emerging from the depths of the warehouse like ghosts in the night. But Finn and Deacon were ready, their resolve unbreakable as they faced down their adversaries with steely determination. The ensuing chaos was a blur of flashing lights and deafening gunfire, a dance of life and death played out in the shadows of the abandoned warehouse. But through it all, Finn and Deacon stood firm, their bond unyielding as they fought tooth and nail to protect the innocent. When the dust finally settled and the last of their enemies lay defeated at their feet, Finn and Deacon shared a weary smile, their victory hard-won but undeniable. Sheila Montgomery was safe, her ordeal at an end thanks to their bravery and determination. As they made their way back to the office, the first light of dawn painting the sky in shades of pink and gold, Finn and Deacon knew that their work was far from over. But with each case they solved and each life they saved, they reaffirmed their commitment to justice, their partnership stronger than ever in the face of adversity. And so, as the city began to stir from its slumber and the world awakened to a new day, Finn and Deacon stood as guardians of the night, their resolve unshakable and their spirits unbroken, for wherever there was darkness, they would be there to light the way, a beacon of hope in a world fraught with danger and deceit.